From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett and the Morning Brew.
And now it's time for Chris's wife to give us her Christmas Hallmark movie reviews. All right, my love, what is today's Hallmark movie Christmas review?
So we're going to review the 5-Year Christmas Party.
Ooh, the 5-Year Christmas Party. Here's what I think this one is about. I think people are having a Christmas party like in like some cool mountain town, and there was an avalanche and it covered them, but they were all safe, but they were all kind of just underground for 5 years. And just for 5 years, they had a cool Christmas party, and they would fight a lot because they kept doing a white elephant Christmas exchanges, and that gets pretty intense after 5 years. But yeah, that's what I think this one's about. Am I right?
It sounds like a horror movie.
What's the 5-Year Christmas Party really about?
So it's about two struggling actors that work at a catering shop as a side hustle while they're trying to become famous actors. And so every Christmas season, they're working at this catering business, doing all the Christmas parties. And I don't have a lot to say about this one. I really disliked the character, the main character. She was really snarky and said really rude things, and everyone just kind of laughed it off like, oh, she's so quirky. And like the casting was so strange to me. So I would skip this one. It was not good.
It's not good. Did it feel like 5 years watching the 5-Year Christmas Party?
It kind of did. Yeah.
How many cups of hot cocoa do you give the 5-Year Christmas Party?
I gave it 2 stars.
Oh my gosh, 2 out of 10 stars. Unless you like to punish yourself, my wife says stay away from the 5-Year Christmas Party. Thank you for helping save people's time from watching a horrible Hallmark movie, my love.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks.
We can't all be winners.
That's right. You have to throw in some duds in there for sure. Well, thank you so much for doing our Hallmark Christmas movie reviews this week, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
It's an artist whose life and music are woven together with incredible heart. She signed her first record deal at 14. She's written songs for artists like Faith Hill, Lady A, Wyatt Flores, Rodney Atkins, Chase Matthews, and Eric Paslay's Friday Night. She's one of those rare storytellers who can make you feel every word she sings. She's back with a powerful new single we're going to play later called Whiskey and Water. We're excited to have today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Rose Falcon. Woo!
Hey! Hi, Chris. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It's an honor to have you on. And before we get into the serious segment about your country climb and your journey, we're going to start off with a little fun icebreaker questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What was the first concert you ever went to?
You know, I kind of grew up going to concerts because my dad is a songwriter as well and a performer. But the first one that really stands out to me that I remember was he was opening for Stevie Nicks. And I got to be, backstage and hang out and see Stevie. And I was on my dad's shoulders. I remember I was probably like 5 years old, 6 years old. So that was really amazing.
Holy moly, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a go-to comfort snack when you're doing your writing?
Sure. When I'm writing, our publishing company, we have like veggie straws and like all the junk, Cheetos, Doritos. When I'm on the road, it's Uncrustables because those are just so easy. But I have 2 kids, so when we go on the road, I'm always like thinking about what everybody else wants to eat, and I rarely think about, what I'm going to be eating.
We had some fun, Rose, and now it's time to get to the nitty-gritty of your country climb.
Let's go.
So you had mentioned earlier that your father was a musician, so music has been around you your whole life. Why don't you tell us a little bit about when you really started writing music and a little bit about your journey?
Sure. So my mom passed away when I was 4 years old of breast cancer. And so it was really just my dad and I, and we were like best buds. But my dad, he's a single guy raising just a daughter on his own. So he was a singer-songwriter, and pretty much didn't really know how to fully be a dad. So like pretty much whatever he did, I did. So when we moved to Nashville, I'd go to the studios with him. I'd go to writes. I've just always been around it. And about probably 12 years old, I had a hard time at school. I didn't really enjoy it, I'm not gonna lie. And I started writing poems. And then my dad was just like, I've got this daughter, I don't know what to do with her. Like, she might as well just write songs, you know? So I brought my poems and we started turning them into songs. My dad was my first co-writer. And, you know, it was really weird because I never once had the thought, like, I want to get a record deal. You know, it's like not really a thought in my mind. I just knew that I hated school and didn't belong where I was, and wrote a handful of songs. And this is going to sound crazy. So my dad writes with Bon Jovi quite a bit and always has. And so Jon started making his trips to Nashville and would stay at our house. And I was a very shy kid, but for some reason I said, I want to sing for Jon. And so Jon was sitting at our dining room table and I sang for Jon and he kind of freaked out. And I was like, okay, like, and then he was like, Billy, like my dad's name is Billy. Billy, like she's got something, you know, this is something. I made a little demo. Jim Ed Norman gave me some money to make a demo, and I went to Jon's house in New Jersey and I made a demo, and we started shopping it to some labels, and it was weird, man. Like, I feel like at the time I didn't have a ton of talent, but I had a lot of opportunity because I was so young and doing something that it wasn't like it is now, where like all kids are getting on TikTok, singing, YouTube, you know, it wasn't like that. And so it was a rarity. And so I got signed to Columbia Records by this woman named Teresa LaBarbera Whites, who discovered Jessica Simpson and Destiny's Child. And it was a weird, like, chance encounter in a bathroom. I met her and she took to me, and the rest is history. I ended up making this song that was on the Disney Channel and kind of blew up for a minute. It was called Up, Up, Up. And I was honestly kind of embarrassed about it because by the time it came out, I was like 18 years old and I felt like I shouldn't be singing this like teeny bopper music because the rest of my record was deeper than that. But this is the song that took off and you can't really control that, you know? And that's kind of the beginning of my story. I later transitioned to country music when pop music started becoming a little bit more hip-hoppy kind of. And I signed with Toby Keith's label when I was in my 20s. And so, there's a lot to this story, but that's kind of the beginning of it.
I normally ask everyone, do you have any pinch me moments in your career? Your whole life has been some like
I don't know
amazing pinch me moments.
Yeah. But I do. I have one that stands out because when, first off, I've always been a songwriter first. If I didn't write songs, I absolutely would not sing. I am not Carrie Underwood. I'm just a vocal stylist. Like I only sing because I write songs. And so, I had written this song with Eric Paslay and Rob Crosby, and it was called Friday Night, and we pitched the work tape to Lady Antebellum. The work tape, for people who are not songwriters or in the music industry, is literally just the crappy phone recording that we do at the end of a write, not a demo, nothing fancy, us singing it in the room. We pitched it to Lady Antebellum, and they recorded it. And they kept telling us it's going to be a single. It's going to be a single. Never was. And we were so sad, because we thought we were not only going to have a single, but have a number one because they were so hot at the time. And that didn't work out. But the cool thing is, and I think this is kind of how God works, like you think you want one thing, but really there's something better for you that you can't even imagine, And so Eric, my co-writer, wound up recording it for his record, and it ended up going number one for him. And it was my first number one as a songwriter. And when you're a songwriter, you don't really get a lot of proof that what you did at the end of the day was good. You just guess. And you have proof now, you got a number one song. And so I was in Manhattan when it went number one. I was on the road with my husband, and I jumped off the bus and I went to Bloomingdale's and I bought a pair of red bottom shoes. I paid cash, and it was just awesome. It was like the best feeling in the world to be in New York and have that number one song.
We are back with Rose Falcon, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. And I'm so excited because we are going to play a new song she recently released, Whiskey and Water. Rose, tell us a little bit about Whiskey and Water, how it came about, what the song means to you.
Sure. I was on the road and we got snowed in at a casino in, where were we? We were in Hinckley, Minnesota. And we played some blackjack. It was me, Rodney Atkins, I'm married to, by the way. So I didn't know, for people who don't know that, and Tyler Farr. And so we were playing blackjack, and I just started becoming so interested in our dealer. She was a young girl. She was so pretty, but she seemed very just sad. And the setting was like a little bit sad. And so I don't know, she just stuck in my head, and I got back on the bus and I started making up a story about her. So I call it kind of a semi-true story because it's based on the truth that I was like making up in my head about this girl, but I have no idea. I just noticed her name tag said Rebecca, and that's in the song. And I am super curious if she's ever going to hear it.
Yeah.
And so I wrote like a little poem at first verse, a chorus, and I thought it was a little obscure, and I didn't know if it could really be a song, but I brought it in to Hillary Lindsey and Dylan Altman, and they really liked it. And that was so awesome, such a gift to me as co-writers, for them to just be like, we love what you did and we don't want to change a lot of it, and to encourage me and to go ahead and write that second verse and finish the song with me, because not everybody is up to write a song that's not so commercial, that's more just heart and truth.
Yeah, and this song has a lot of heart and truth in it. I've been listening to it on repeat all morning, and
Thank you. That means so much.
I'm a sensitive guy, and this song is just pure poetry, and I'm so excited to play it for our Q Country audience for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rose Falcon with her new song, Whiskey and Water, on Q Country 92.5.
Rebecca deals blackjack at the Grand Casino. She never looks nobody in the eye. 21 and the odds are in her favor, but damn, it sure don't feel that way tonight. She wanted to be a ballerina, spinning around to a never-ending song. But all that Daddy taught her is to mix whiskey with her water, so the mornings don't come on so strong. Shirley over there is pushing 60. She's heard every dirty joke and pick-up line. And Becca swears to God she's gonna get out before she gets that vacant look there in her eyes. She wanted to be somebody's princess, leaving this shit town on a white horse and staying gone. But all that Daddy taught her is to mix whiskey with her water, so the mornings don't come on so strong. La-di-da, la-di-da. didn't do too good for Friday night. Pours makers on the rocks with a splash of water and drinks away another day of this so-called life. La-di-da, la-di-da, hey, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-da-da-da, hey. She's her father's daughter, taking whiskey with her water, so the mornings don't come on so strong. So the mornings don't come on so strong. So strong.
Holy moly, that is Rose Falcon with her song Whiskey and Water. She's today's Country Climb Star of the Week. Rose, that song's so beautiful. I don't know what it is, but every time I just, it just makes me feel, and it's just pure, I just love the song is basically what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. That means so much. Really, really, it really does. I didn't know. It's like a 4-minute acoustic song. I didn't know if anybody would like it. I know it means something to me, and I just hope that it means something, to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. And for people that are meeting Rose Falcon for the first time on Q Country, what other 2 songs do you think they should check out of yours to get to know the Rose Falcon experience?
Sure. So since it's the holiday season, we have, one really special Christmas song that Rodney and I did together called Mary Had a Little Lamb, and it's one of my favorite songs I've ever been a part of writing. It's about Jesus and the real meaning of why we celebrate Christmas. And probably the other one right now would be Put Me Back Together, which is another Rod and Rose song. This is the first song off of my new EP, and so I've yet to release more music, but it's coming in February.
Great. So there's more music to check out from Rose Falcon. We should all follow your socials. And you had mentioned your husband, Rodney Atkins. We play his music on our station all the time. And you guys have a duo called Rod and Rose.
We do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's part of the Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Mary Had a Little Lamb and Put Me Back Together are both Rod and Rose songs. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it is Christmas season. Do you think we could play Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Absolutely. I would love nothing more.
Heck yeah. We're going to close our Country Climb segment with one more song from today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Rose Falcon. Rose, this has just been an enjoyable conversation with you. Your music, your artistry is amazing. Everyone, go ahead, follow Rose. Download her music and check out new music that is on the way.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb Star of the Week.